Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 5th of November and we are going to see all of the important questions along with many additional facts at the end. So pay your attention till the end, and to get PDF of all these videos, you can join us on Telegram by writing the channel's name Students Point. You can also follow us on Instagram by writing the username The Students Point. And if you are finding this video useful, then don't forget to like the video and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Also don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive the notification and never miss any opportunity to learn and grow every day. Now here is the question for the day, and everyone has to answer this question in the comment section. I have taken this question from the month of October, so it will be interesting to see that how many of you are able to recall answer of this question. The question is, which of the following has not been elected to the United Nations Human Rights Council recently? So these are the options. Read the options and then answer it in the comment section. Let's begin. National Monsoon Mission, a news was launched in, so it was launched in 2012. So it is right answer. It was launched by Ministry of Earth Sciences. It aims to improve the forecasting skills by setting up a state-of-the-art dynamic prediction system for monsoon rainfall. Why it was in news? Because recently the National Council of Applied Economic Research has evaluated economic benefits of the National Monsoon Mission. So this has analyzed the economic benefits of early predictions of weather or weather forecasting. So the study refers economic benefits as direct monetary gains to crop farmers, livestock rearers and fishermen in the country, and the total annual economic benefits to the agriculture households, farmers, livestock owners taken together has been calculated at rupees 13,331 crore, and the incremental benefits over the next 5 years are estimated to be about rupees 48,056 crore, and all these benefits are because of early weather predictions. Next question, which Urban Mobility India conference is being organized by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs? So it is the 13th Urban Mobility India being organized by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs on 9th of November, and Ministry has taken this initiative to organize an annual international conference come exhibition on Urban Mobility India, popularly called as UMI in short. Next question, Lohri hydropower project will be constructed on, so it will be constructed on Satluj river. So here is the right answer. Recently Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Modi has approved proposal for investing rupees 1810 crore to this 210 megawatt of Lohri stage first hydropower project. It will be implemented by Satluj Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited in build on operate maintain mode. Next question now. Consider the following statements about Gulf Cooperation Council. It is just a political and not an economic organization. No, this is wrong. It is a political, economic as well as social organization. So here first is wrong. Its member countries are Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and UAE, United Arab Emirates. So this is correct. Here B is the right answer because only A is the right answer since second option is correct one. And it is a political, economic, social and regional organization according to its charter. Its secretariat is located in Riyadh, which is in Saudi Arabia. It was in news recently because India has held a virtual meeting with GCC, and India has asked the member countries of GCC to facilitate the return of Indians who want to resume their work with the relaxing of COVID-19 related restrictions. These are the member countries of GCC. This is Saudi Arabia, this is Kuwait, this is Qatar, and this is a small island nation, Bahrain, this is UAE, and this is Oman. All these countries are member countries of GCC, and these non-colored countries like Iraq, Yemen, Israel here are not countries of this GCC. Next question, Fehmarn Belt Tunnel, world's longest immersed tunnel, will link Germany and, so this Fehmarn Belt Tunnel, which is the world's longest immersed tunnel, will link Germany with Denmark. So here D is right answer. Recently work has begun on this world's longest immersed tunnel. It will connect Danish island of Lolland with the German island of Fehmarn. It will cross 18 km wide Fehmarn Belt in the Baltic Sea. This is the map wherein this is this immersed bridge, It will connect Germany to Denmark, and this will appear like this once it will be constructed. Next question. When cold wave conditions can be declared? This is very important question. So pay your attention everyone. For the plains or plain areas, a cold wave is declared when the minimum temperature is 10 degrees Celsius or below. This is correct. And the temperature is 4.5 degrees Celsius less than the normal for 2 consecutive days. This is also correct. So both these conditions should be simultaneously met to declare the conditions of cold wave. The temperature must be either 10 or below 10 degrees Celsius, and that temperature must be at least 4.5 degrees Celsius less than the normal prevailing temperature during that time, and this should continue for at least 2 consecutive days. Then only it will be declared as cold wave conditions. So yes, C is the right answer since both of the options are correct. And for coastal stations, this threshold value of minimum temperature of 10 degrees Celsius is rarely reached. However, the local people still feel discomfort due to the wind chill factor, and cold wave conditions are frequently witnessed in states like Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan, UP, Gujarat, MP, Chhattisgarh, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, and Telangana. So most of the states are in the northern belt which receive or witness this cold wave conditions. A few exceptions like Telangana, which lies in the south, witnesses this cold wave conditions. Why it was in news? Because recently Indian Meteorological Department has said that there are cold wave conditions over Delhi. Next question now. Before that, you can enroll yourself if you are preparing for UPSC and State PCS 2021 into the new batch. The link for the subscription or the admission will be provided in the comment section as well as in the description box of the video. Go there and tap on that link and enroll yourself as soon as possible. I have already made a separate video, dedicated video on the details of the course for UPSC and State PCS. If you wish to know in detail about that course, I will share the link of that video here or at the end of the video at the end of screen. Tap on the video or tap here on the I button and watch that video. Let's see the question now. Consider the following statements about Mallakhamb. Here Malla means wrestling and Khamb means pole. So it is wrestling against pole. So let's see what is it. Mallakhamb is played against gravity. This is correct, and it functions on a sine energy of mind and body, employing every muscle in a way that enables a person to develop speed, stamina and better health. This is also correct. By looking at the pictures, you will realize and understand this game Mallakhamb. Here, it is going against the gravity. He is just standing by balancing his muscles with this against this pole. So it is called as wrestling against this pole. And the name is derived from the poles used by the practitioners. However, at present, it has developed a separate identity from wrestling or kusti. And there are two types of Mallakhamb styles, which are rope Mallakhamb and hanging Mallakhamb. The origin of it lies in the earlier part of 12th century, and a mention of this sports is found on Malasolas, which was written by Chalukyas in 1153 AD, and it was revived late in 19th century by Balambhat Dara Devdhar, who was the physical instructor to Bajirao Peshwa II. Why it was in news? Because in the 70th episode of Man Ki Baat last week, Prime Minister Modi has mentioned USA, where this ancient Indian form of sports, Mallakhamb, is drawing in a steady stream of players. And if you have found the video useful till now, do like the video and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Next point now. The 8th meeting of India-UAE High-Level Joint Task Force on Investment has been held by India in a virtual format. Next point. 6 women-led startups have won the COVID-19 Sri Shakti Challenge. The Sri Shakti Challenge was jointly organized by my government and UN Women in April 2020. So I hope you find the video useful. Do like and do share the video, subscribe and press the bell icon. We'll meet again in the next video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.